see what this quality is like. Could be poopy pants. Wraps are on, because I'm going on that bag. Hurting my wrists. So this one, this live stream, unless it's terrible quality, which you'll let me know, I'm going to post. So I'm going to try and keep it PC and PG. No swearing. Doesn't look like it's going to be good quality today. So the internet's going to be playing silly buggers as my Wi-Fi is down again. Ooh. Ooh. No thumb wrap, don't believe in it. Not an issue. So now I'm going to break the thumb. Never wrap my thumb. Never needed to. Two people, how are we? We are currently, turns out my daughter's being a little monster today. Today, hitting the bag, this one. It's very heavy, it's very hard, and I don't like it. I love it, but I don't like it because it works me too hard. Are you hitting the bag today? Let me get my gloves. Do let me know if the streaming quality is a bit crap. My Wi-Fi is down. This is mobile data. So we'll see how it works. So, if the streaming quality is awful, let me know. I don't know why the internet is playing up again. Internet's going to do internet things. Wi-Fi is going to do Wi-Fi things. Has anybody got something they want to see, a request, a coaching advice, anything like that? Advice for breakfast. What should we have for breakfast? It's good. Hello, Edward. How are we? Are you in today, my mom? Ooh. What do we want to see? I'll show you what I am going to do today. I'm going to do some loose punching. It's one of the classes we've got going on this month. Fundamentals. Trying to get natural power and how to do that. Let's start straight away. How do you get natural power whilst punching a bag? Here we are. Punching from here. Loose. Arms are balls on a string. And I'm going to whap the balls into the bag. He's building a fence on my lawn today. Got to grab some screws though. You do that. Do you sell screws? Do you do fence screws? Anyway, so we're here for my jab. I'm going to push through the back foot and let the arm pop up and hit this way, okay? So I'm here loose, and again, and again, and again, making sure there's no tension in my arms. I'm here, and again, and that's my jab. Okay, I'm going to move around the bag and do that for a little bit. Loads. Hello India, how are we? Fwah! Fwah! Sexy technique. So we're here. Ed, this is the fundamentals class that you need to come to this month. So we're here. Okay, and again. This is one way that the Ukrainians develop power that I do fully believe in. This is an excellent way of developing natural power. Okay? Super loose. There's no tension in my arms. I don't even want to lift and then hit. I want to go from here. And again, and again, and again. The push is in the back foot, slight rotation of the torso, squeezing the abs. Then, to develop that into a jab, a functional jab, you can jab from there and you can jab like that if you want to. I'm going to have the same tension in the arms, i.e. none, zero. And I'm going to have whatever hand position I want and then punch from there. Okay, same thing. And I'm loose. Okay, simple for the jab. That's one of the easier ones to get. Same thing, I thought we had more chat. So what about the cross? Now this one, everyone struggles with the cross. They don't rotate their body. They keep their right shoulder back. this is going to stop that straight away, because you cannot get your fist into the right place without turning the hip, because you can't just whip. This doesn't feel right. You turn the hip to bring the hand up, and bosh, you go proper cross. So here, I'm loose, and I'm going to go, okay, I'm here, I'm loose, and I'm here, I'm loose, I'm here, and I'm loose, okay? That's just pure hip and torque, proper punch mechanics. Turn your thumb down on impact. With this one, if your hand does that and comes to the pocket, naturally, good. That is a full follow through. But notice any time people wang the cross in as hard as possible, they hit and it comes through, whack, down into the pocket. That is a proper cross. So we're here, loose, no tension in the arms, they are balls on a string. Okay, and again. And again. Now put the two together. Ha, ha, and let there be pauses in between the punches in your technique if there needs to be. So I don't want to be going ba-ba, which you can do when you get used to it, but to start with I can go have that kind of power on it. Again, that kind of rhythm on it. Again. Loose. Right, then, same looseness in your stance, in your hand position. Your shoulders should be loose, even with your hands up. Right, loose, 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 loose. Okay? It's the same acceleration, balls on a string into the bag. Okay, and I'm here again. That's how you start punching hard. You will, once you get used to it, be able to punch as hard and harder as when you go, Rah! It's looseness. It will also save your cardio a lot. Oh, message retracted. Oh, I don't like it when people do that. So now, I'm going to stay loose and it back. Ed's fixing his fence. What else are we up to today? I should have taken my jumper off. This is a mistake. Still trying to whip those shots in. Hi. Ego some penetrating. That's a. I like that you end it with Augustus. I was on about Emmanuel Augustus earlier this morning. Emmanuel Augustus, who started out as Emmanuel Burton, a boxer you need to check out. Don't be fooled by his record. Unbelievable skill. Let me know how the streaming quality is, because this is mobile data, which was shit the other day because my Wi-Fi's down. Parker Wardley. How many hoops has Parker got to jump through before he gets a shot at the belt? Okay, that's my only issue. It's a cool fight. Look, it's great for Wardley. I don't know whether it's a bit of a step too far in the rankings, to be honest. But what, 2 months ago it was Parker's guaranteed the next shot at blah 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 blah, and now we've got this going on. I know Usyk's injured. I don't know what to do. Really, let's say you do Parker Wardley, which is fine, for one of the bouts, because surely Usyk he's got a mandatory defence stipulation. Can't defend. Unfortunately, have to take the belt off him to not hold up the weight class. Put the belt on Parker Wardley or someone more deserving, in my opinion, like Parker and maybe Parker Fury. And then it get Usyk to come back and win that belt back. That's what should be happening. But yeah, it's I don't think Wardley touches Parker, but good fight for him. Nice payday, good exposure. Yeah, I just feel for Parker. I don't think he's ever going to get a shot at the belt. Yeah, who is it? I mean, he's probably famously these Kiwis, from experience, they're tough and they just like to fight. Racial stereotype there for you, but They like it, they love it, they love the sport, they love the art, and they're going to just fight anybody, which is admirable. But yeah, this promoter should be saying like, this probably isn't the best financial decision in terms of earnings for him. It's not for a bout or anything, and if he loses, his spot at the top is gone. It's, in my opinion, lose. He's coming, I know he's in his prime now, but you know, he is, what is he, 32? 31? Is he in his, I think he's 32 or 31. So he's potentially coming to the tail end of his prime, not his career, but of his prime. He should be making strong fights, strong moves. So yeah, I don't know what the answer is. What else are we all up to? Who else is making a fence like Ed? Anyone doing any boxing today? I've been on this bag for a while because we've got the new bag. I forgot how heavy it is. I've really got a, going back to Parker, a sneaking suspicion they're just going to do Fury Usyk again, which is a bit rubbish, in my opinion. I would have done either Wardley Itama or Ergovic Itama. Those fights make sense to me. Wardley and Ergovic both coming off wins. It was the right kind of step up in rankings. Kind of right momentum behind the fights. Both recently in the public eye. Him versus Wardley, England versus England, which English fans always like. Him versus Ergovic. Ergovic just put on a exciting fight against I can't remember, who was it? Adelaide? Is it Adelaide? But exciting fight. Win-win in terms of ticket sales and recency bias. Again, is something that promoters need to think about. Especially nowadays. It's not about the sport anymore, it's about the money. So you need to make money. Boxers have to make money whilst, make hay whilst the sun shines. Because your career is short at best. It's great fun eating this bag. Great fun. Yeah, which is, it's too late. It's 5 to 8 years too late. But absolutely, that's the fight to make for those two, for sure. The tail end of their careers, nothing on the line, fight for the fans. Everyone would still want to see it. You know, a somewhat, is Fury washed up yet? I don't know if Fury's washed up yet. Maybe. And a washed up Joshua. It's still a good fight. I'd see it. I'd like to watch it. So I started putting my wraps on with this bag. Still hurts my knuckles. I'm not Mr. Beast because one, Mr. Beast is ginger, and two, he's a bit of a knob. I'll fight Mr. Beast though, if he wants a piece of this. But the offer still stands, which no one has taken yet. If you call me Mr. Beast online and you are in the area, that is a free membership to the gym. So if you're anywhere near Kidderminster in the UK, you've got a free membership to the gym. It's a one-time offer, but no one's taken me up on that yet. So, a bunny bee, that could be you! Yeah, it's jumper's a mistake. I need to take it off, but I can't. I will not. What do we want to see today? What are we up to? Jake Paul. I reckon so. I reckon I could. More experience. Training for a lot longer. But he's bigger, heavier, stronger, younger. And he's not a bad boxer. Not a bad boxer by any means. He's nice jabs and crosses. All right power on him, so you know I wouldn't go in there thinking absolutely. But yeah, I reckon I could. I think I've got enough tricks in the trade to deal with him. Yeah, I know he cherry picks his fights and whatnot, but yeah, he's not a bad boxer. I'll tell you one thing though, his fights are not fixed. He's just knocking out old men, people who are past it. Like me. I am past it. What's the streaming quality like at the minute? Is it okay? Or are we all that? Oh, I'm hungry. Do you think I can take you on to? Well, probably not. Because kickboxing, I used to do kickboxing, entirely different sport. I would compete with you in a boxing scenario, where I probably more. Well, I'll put it this way: I've boxed and been in combat sports longer than you've been alive, by 2 years. So probably not, but never say never. But then if we kickbox, you'd beat me, and if we did jiu-jitsu, yeah, you'd absolutely destroy me and take my lunch money. I still spar regularly with the team in here. They're all young, but a lot of them are younger than me. And I still slap them around, the head's still on, they'll tell you. I'll slap head around all over his big bald head. So never say never, you know. Athleticism and youth, they do carry a lot of weight in the sport, so, you know, and, everyone has a puncher's chance. Not that, you know, not this is ever going to happen, but everyone has a puncher's chance, and I've been beat before, I'll be beat again. totally fine by me, but probably not. Respectfully, of course. Oh, it's too hot in a jumper. I'm getting pesky little inside fighters away from my ribs. Yes! Yes! Right! Those pesky little inside people. Thank you, buddy. Welcome to the team. Inside fighters, it depends on how they're getting inside. One, you need to see how they're getting inside. And if you're sparring them and your coach is watching, ask your coach if you can't quite pick it up yourself. But if they're, let's say, Tyson-esque or head movement orientated, it's a great way of fighting. And they're low, and coming in underneath you, which is a smart way of fighting. You need to learn that your hands away from your face is safe, if done controllably, if done in a controlled fashion. Here's Ed. I'll slap him on his big bald head. So when they're coming inside, let's say they're slipping and rolling, get your forearm or your glove on their neck, shoulders, not necessarily back of the head, but head control and physical boxing is essential. If you can control someone, it's not a push. I'm not there to shove them down. I'm there to put a hand and a bit of force on here to stop them popping up and hitting me, or to stop them coming inside and bullying my ribs. Okay, so this bag swinging, there's a bit of pressure, move backwards. Space is your friend, obviously. You don't want them anywhere near your ribs. But to have your hands on, or forearms on, and give frames is essential. To control someone's posture is how you stop them from fighting. I had to learn this. There's two ways I learned this. One was instinctual. I nearly got knocked out by a local guy around here called, if it was a fight, we were sparring. If it was a fight, he would have absolutely carried me. But Dan Hickman, he's somewhere around here. He's a good egg. And he Mike Tyson me on the way in. I think I was backing up kind of this way, waiting for something to happen. Obviously, this is a shit stance. Left hook, and I distinctly remember the room spinning, and I had to hold him and stop, and I felt bizarre for about a week. No joke, like I was on a boat. It's a very, very, very dangerous and terrible concussion. And so I learned that this is terrible, but here and this, naturally going, fucking hell. Oh, I'm not supposed to be swearing, I'm supposed to be keeping it clean. Fucking hell is a great way of boxing. Then I got into, really studying the sport itself and practicing properly and learning from great physical boxers. George Foreman, Lennox Lewis, Klitschko, keeping them here. Any head movement orientated people, hands on, grappling, bullying, making it messy. The other side of it is to hit them on the way in. So that's what head control, that's my preferred option, because I can still hit, back, back, turn, hit, back, turn, hit, back. Or just nullify. So hit them on the way in, score, when they can only hit you in the ribs because they're getting in close and they're an inside fight and they're not very good at mid or outside. Hit them on the outside, outwork them here. When they do get in, time up and nullify. Don't even get in the exchange. If a glove ends up here, pinch the glove with your elbow, head control, posture control, put your weight on them, nullify the exchange. Morning. Two ways of going about it. Make it a fight and a physical wrestling match and make it tired, or head control, frames, posturing, turning, so you stop people from, being crafty and horrible and protect your ribs. It's great. It's a very head control, glove control, all the kind of somewhat black magic things you can do while boxing are fantastic. Ed, Mr. Don't Care here, likes to occupy eyes with the gloves and switch stance while going, and we'll hit from here to hit from here. And you see people freaking out, they're just trying to follow where he's going, find it difficult because he's covering their eyes, and hits them from that. It's a great way of fighting. What's your best? What's your best? I don't know what an is. interestingly neurotic vision. My best interestingly neurotic vision would be, what's interestingly neurotic? I don't know. Oh, we got advice to stop a fight starting. Don't be in the position or situation in the first place. Okay? What I mean, that sounds like, oh yeah, obviously, but what I have had, the other side of it is, this is the beauty of combat sports. I've trained for as long as I can remember now, nearly. I do remember a time before combat sports. But because I was trained at the right kind of gym where I was constantly challenged, I wasn't the big fish. I knew in terms of like what I can do myself and how comfortable I am with what I can and can't do, that I've never needed to rise to the occasion of someone coming up to me and being like, oh, you box, don't leave the house. I never leave the house. That's one way of doing it. I've never been in the situation where someone's come up to me and said like, you box, I'm harder than you. I'll be like, yeah, you are, that's fine. That's it. And then they're always confused, So there's one way, nullify and then just get out of there. But two, if you're hanging around with people who are somewhat knobheadish, obviously violence is going to be like a magnet to you, right? So don't hang around with those people. Or if you see trouble starting to brew, get out of that place and surround yourself with friends where you say, look, blah, 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 trouble started here, let's go somewhere else, and they say yes. Okay? I've never had a fight outside of competition. I'm not going to start now. It's sort of how you carry it. The other thing is confidence. So if you are confident, like proper confidence, not bravado. Bravado are these people, the bullies normally that walk into places all looking hard. That's not confidence, that's bravado. And then other people who have the same mindset will see that and rise to it. Who do you think he is? Whereas you just walk into a room like a normal human being, comfortable with who you are, okay? And people don't normally rise to that. They can either see your confidence, or because you're a normal human being, they just don't pay attention. But sometimes stuff's just going to happen. I've seen countless kind of videos of people just, attacking people for no reason. Which is also another important reason to train a combat sport. Doesn't matter what, just train a combat sport. Because then if it does hit the fan, you can rise to the occasion and defend yourself or your loved ones. Okay? So again, if something did happen, I'm not going to be meek and like, ugh! I will punch a lot and punch hard. But ideally, I'm just not going to put myself in the situation to get into fights. But I've never needed to. I don't need to test how manly I am because I'm doing it in the gym all the time. 100 boxers versus a gorilla. Ooh, I still think the gorilla wins. Because we're just talking hand to hand, right? Boxers are fit, but a baby gorilla can grab you and dislocate you. I can't do that to a baby gorilla more than likely. I know that a toddler orangutan apparently can rip arms off and rip people in half and all that. I think they're one of the stronger apes. So I'm not sure if a gorilla is that strong, but we're talking boxing. I can't knock out a gorilla. They are made to punch each other and attack each other. They have more bone density, speed and power than we can ever imagine. 100 boxers won't even touch one. Absolutely, the old 1-2. That's skill issue. Sorry. I stand corrected. One boxer versus one gorilla with the right skill and the boxer wins. Yeah, that's the thing. If it ever does come down to the fight starting, really it should be attack first with a good 1-2. The most knockout ratioed combo in the world. Here, that's knocked out more people than a flip-flop. That's the highest percentage knockout shot. The highest percentage knockout combo is a jab cross. Okay, so having a good 1-2 can be the nullifier. But conversely, if you know how to box and you use it in self-defense, nowadays you are going to be reprimanded more harshly, even in self-defense, because you should have known better. You're learning a martial art and you know blah, blah, blah. So yeah, and I know this from a friend of mine who has been punished for defending himself with boxing against a knife. Even against a knife, I think they were suggesting he should have got stabbed first. 50 men with spears versus gorilla. Now, this is different. Spears win. Because you can't just run in with spears, you're going to stab your mates, right? So you've got to suddenly start strategizing and planning an attack or a place to combat this gorilla or whatever. This is where we win. This is how we evolve to where we are now. Brains, tools. People with brains and tools will beat a gorilla. These are the only tools I need. But what about 15 men or people versus 15 bonobos that have started using tools? Whoa, that's the question. Whoa, they've been documented in the wild using spears and coordinating hunts themselves. Ah! Yeah, my neighbours don't love me. Yeah, at least a grizzly bear, oh, I don't know. Problem with a grizzly bear, although claws made to rip and to destroy, do they have opposable thumbs to grab and rip? But to be honest, a grizzly bear still wins, I think. And bonobo overlord, yeah, at least we've got something mammalian in common. It's only going to be a matter of time before they learn the language. Or we learn theirs. And then, yeah, in turn, any animal, right, versus people, a house cat versus a person, one-on-one, the house cat will win. A house cat can strike you faster than a snake can strike you, a better reaction time than a snake. They can jump from standing over a fence, okay? They can run faster than Usain Bolt. This is the average house cat. I've seen it as well. I used to be in the fire brigade, and we rescued a cat from, bizarrely, someone's drawers under their bed. They thought it was stuck in their chimney, and it wasn't. So when we got it out, it went ballistic at the owner, and it shredded him to pieces in the space of about 3 seconds. I've never seen anything so visceral in all my life. I think even two people versus a house cat wins. Yeah, we tore their bedroom to pieces. It was a lovely house. We knocked out all the chimney breast and pulled out bricks and broke plaster, and we ripped tiles off the roof. We're in the loft space pulling out bricks to find this flipping cat. Then we were like in the fireplace itself trying to look for it, and we could hear it meowing. It sounded like it was from below us. So we ripped up floorboards, a really nice kind of, probably a listed building. Really nice wooden floorboards that we sawed out and whatnot, and then whilst we saw, hold on a minute, it sounds like it's coming from under the bed. And it had been under the bed for 2 weeks, and they hadn't found it. 2 weeks! And then we just left. It wasn't our job to fix their house, unfortunately. So as a fireman, I have rescued a cat. Good times. Oh, many a story. Had some interesting jobs. Back on the bag. Great, how are we? Again, same thing applies if you're anywhere near me and you've called me Mr. Beast online. First person who comes to the gym gets a membership. But remember, one, I'm not ginger, and two, I have morals and ethics. How are we? Hi, Raganessi. Amedeo. Is that Italian? Jab hook, classic. Pro tip for you, move your head off the centre line when firing across. Thank you, Kenneth, how are we? 25 men on knight armour with swords versus 5. 25? 25 men? Same thing, same thing. Men or women with weapons strategise. Strategy beats power, speed, athleticism. 2 books you need to read, essential in your development as a combat athlete. The Art of War is much more warfare, right, rather than one-to-one. But some of the ideas in it still stand the test of time now. The other one, Book of 5 Rings, much more one-to-one practice. Skill in your chosen weapon, i.e. fists. You can apply what Miyamoto Musashi is saying about short sword and long sword into your boxing itself. And still, yeah, Musashi's a monster. Still applies today. Again, that book especially. Art of War is good. There are some things in that are absolute key tenets to warfare and strategy. But Musashi's is much more applicable to one-on-one combat. And, you know, how many people did he kill? Is it 13 people by the age of like 18 that he killed in one-to-one combat? So, what else do we want to see? Do we want to see anything boxing specific? Do we still want to talk internet nonsense, which is totally fine by me? Has anybody seen my videos yet or taken part in the workouts? Anybody boxing right now? I'm happy to, I don't know how it works, to be honest, but I'm happy to go live with someone who is also on the bag for a bag chat coffee morning one of the days. Add me on Instagram, we can organise it. It's the Jab Lab on Instagram. Same logo as this. Tips on getting laid. Oof, Conor McGregor, if anybody knows, then it's you. Tips on getting laid. Again, so we went on about confidence earlier. Confidence and enough confidence to be the fool will get you laid. This is the problem with this whole online, your online lives creeping into the zeitgeist, especially for younger people. Everyone online is selling you nonsense. Selling you nonsense with all the masculinity stuff and just their lives in general. It's all fake. It's all fake for you to click and make money. It's okay for you to 1, be wrong, 2, be laughed at, 3, be the butt of a joke. It's totally fine. And self-deprecating humour in anybody is more attractive and fun to be around than anything else. So, wherever you go, be happy and confident in yourself. And if someone makes a joke at you, yeah, brilliant. Have fun. And I'll tell you now, that kind of confidence will have success in whatever sexual partner you desire. And if they're not into that, arguably they are the kind of people that are trying to marry you for your money and then move to Dubai. Jab, jab, head kick, jab. Okay. You'll do nothing. That's an interesting name. Jab, jab. Are you on about that's what you do to me? Which is fine. Totally fine. Again, I found a lot of my combat career was kickboxing. I used to kickbox for England, bizarrely. And I found, including myself, that most kickboxers were average boxers with crap kicks. That is kickboxing. Then the ones who are brilliant, they are brilliant. I've trained with a lot of brilliant kickboxers. Whereas, boxers, if you're average, you'll stay average. You won't. You will not succeed beyond your level. Very rarely you will. I think because the tool set you've got is so much more refined, isn't the right word, but restricted. You have to be a monster in terms of everything in between the punches as well. Whereas kickboxing, you hit and you kick most of the time, and you hit and you kick. Even to like world-class level, there are some people who aren't actually that skilled. The talent pool isn't as deep. But it's still great, it's still a fantastic sport, it's still fun to watch. Do some kicking. I'm not kicking this bag for a few reasons. One, I can't kick anymore because I'm useless. Two, I couldn't kick back then anyway because I was useless. Three, this bag is stuffed with rubber. This bag is hard as a mofo and it's 100 kilos, that's more than I weigh. There's no way I'm kicking this. The only kick I've got left actually is the spinning back kick, not spinning back kick, a jumping spinning back kick. We ready? Here it comes. Oh, bloody lovely. Bloody lovely. That's a douchebag. I was about to say earlier actually, it's been a while since I've had abuse on YouTube. So welcome, join the chat. Takes a douchebag to know a douchebag. My kickboxing coaches, in fact, were some of the most respected coaches in the 90s for kickboxing, Matt and James Winsper. Just check them out. The first English kickboxers to go over to America and dominate. Very, very celebrated. Still to this day, savage fighters. Full contact points and points. That is the heaviest bag in the gym other than my nutsack. See some combos. Go on then, Troy, for you, sir. Yeah, this is the heaviest and the hardest bag in the gym. I don't think Reese has used it yet, he's been on the chat, but Troy will tell you, Ed will tell you if he's still here, this is a very unforgiving bag. But great, good fun to use. The new bag, equally fun, softer and lighter. This is great for body shots. What else was saying? What about the bag in the back? That one is okay. It's soft and light, nice to punch. The strength and agility for wearing Crocs is +10. We all know that +10 is the best. Can't let you get close. They will. But Crocs are the best boxing shoes in the world. And going back to Charles Son, and you wearing Crocs, no one's going to get close to you. No one will want to. Hoodie was a big mistake. So if you like what you're seeing, give us the old like and subscribe. Don't worry if you don't. totally fine. If not, I've got lots of long form videos. The page is on the way to 1,000, which is cool. Something I never really expected to happen. But something we've been somewhat working towards. Again, I'm not going to be one of those wanky YouTube people to, plead and beg. It's cool if it happens. All my bills are covered with the gym itself and my coaching, which I much appreciate. I much appreciate you guys being here. But if you do want to see more, give us the odd like, and we'll see what happens. See what happens to the page. I'm releasing a video on Thursday, just a quick one, on about all this stuff. I won't be making YouTube content to get clicks and likes, because it's crap. You don't want to see that, that's just a distraction. So, all my videos will be non-chat GPT generated, no AI, proper boxing, stuff that I do myself, stuff that the guys in here do, actual real boxing. The quality is probably always going to stay the same, mid-level and a bit rubbish. Maybe one day I buy a camera, maybe one day I don't. Who cares? This is real training, a real gym. I'm a real person. I'm a boxing coach and I'm not an influencer. So if you like that, give us a like and give us a subscribe. If you don't like that, thank you for your time. Have an excellent day doing whatever you do. And make sure you get some punching or kicking in the meantime. And if you are ever near me by the Jab Lab in Kidderminster, come in and have a session. And a gym tour. I'll give you a gym tour at the end if you want one. It's not huge, it's a small gym. We only opened beginning of this year. So it's an exciting time. Got lots of training coming up actually for some guys. I've got 6 people fighting on a show in November, I think, 5 or 6. So I'll probably document some of that if you're interested in that and how I get people ready for fights too. Is the 4 o'clock session on today? Yes, it is indeed. It's always on, apart from, when it's not. But yeah, it's on today. Every day, apart from Friday and Monday. Friday I'm away, I'm not sure if you've seen on the group. Friday I'm at a wedding in Austria for the whole weekend and I come back Monday. Not sure if Monday night's on, but at the minute Monday's not happening. However, we've got sparring Thursday instead at 7 PM. So if you can make sparring on Thursday at 7 instead of Friday, do that. Then your fight camp starts next week. So come in here and we'll discuss what that means. Loads of extra sparring, bit of homework for you, and I need to take your photo of you looking like this. And we need to come up with a fight name for you, like Turtley Troy. Don't have that because that's really rubbish. Excellent. Terrible Troy. We'll come up with something. My favourite fight name. My favourite fight name, Ed, who's been on the chat, not sure if he's still on. Ed, don't drug test me more. And if you know Ed, which none of you do, that is a very applicable name. He's not a drug addict. He just likes a party. Destroyer! Oh, there he is. Ed, don't test me more. Then we also had Adam the Penetrator Passy, which he didn't want in the end. What did we go for in the end, Ed, for your fight name? I can't remember. What did we go for? Or did we have one where you just Ed Moore, classic and original? fight names are brilliant. Fight names are brilliant. Your Mount Rushmore of boxing. Ooh, meow meow. Meow. Oh, man, it changes all the time, but people I always go back to. George Foreman, Lennox Lewis, James Toney, Nicolino Locci, Emmanuel Augustus, second time I mentioned him in this video. Roy Jones Jr. Naya Inoue. Muhammad Ali, of course, has to be in there. It does change all the time, but off the top of my head, there's some of them. Duran versus Lomachenko at lightweight. Ew. Very, very, very difficult. Because I don't know whether Duran would be able to bully Lomachenko as much as he bullies someone else. The thing with cardio, boxing cardio, this is a weapon I use all the time. I'm happy to get, not beaten up, but let people punch me and just stick to a jab for 5 or 6 rounds. And then I've got loads in the tank. I can box for 12 rounds, relatively easy, as long as we're the same level, okay? If I'm, same as anybody, if I'm fighting someone better than me, I'll be blowing up my ass. If we're the same level, I can box for 12 rounds, pretty easy. Again, I've done it for a lot. I'm not fighting fit by any means at all, but it's a relaxed, comfortable state that I've done a lot of times, so I can kind of pull it out the bag. So because of that, I let my cardio be used as a weapon, right? Which Duran would do. He wouldn't sit back. He'd go in and he'd bully and he'd grapple and he'd make it really dirty. And then when they start to fade, he'd destroy them. I don't know whether Lomachenko would get caught in that exchange, because we're doing about Duran, so I can't remember whether you know or not. Every month I choose a different pro boxer to break down and add their skills in to our repertoire, and we're doing Duran this month. So we're looking at all his single hand punching and punching, and the way he turn and wrestle and grapple, which is essential knowledge. You should all learn it. I don't know whether he'd be able to do that to Loma, because Loma was so good at doing it too. And I think with Loma, he's got more of the modern approach, including pivots and cutting angles differently, which is stuff that Duran, although really good at it and turning people, he did the more traditional method because it was the 70s, and sports do evolve. Whether he'd be able to keep up with a new age kind of style of footwork and creating angles, I'm not sure, but that'd be a fight and a half. Conversely, Loma, although great in the wrestling, nowhere near as good as Duran. I don't know whether he'd be able to wrestle Duran the way he wrestles people. He'd probably be able to clear his hands and he'd cover his eyes and because we did Loma last month as well actually, cover his eyes and move behind disguised punches. He'd be able to do that well against Duran, but I don't know. Just let's pray to the boxing gods that in the afterlife we can watch that. Yeah, fuck man, that'd be such a good fight. I think, although everyone loves Lomachenko, I still think he's underrated. Boxing fans love Loma, but he didn't necessarily have the casual appeal, which is a shame. He didn't. He's still quite a cult following, whereas he is so creative and such a force and so good. He should be celebrated even more than he already is. I think he is, although Usyk's fantastic, I think Loma is way better. Loma's so much more creative. Fought anybody, same as all the greats, fought anybody, anytime, not bothered. The only issue is as he got older, he started to wait for a little bit too long to read them and then start attacking. So he'd give 6 rounds away, which you can't do unless you're going to knock him out really. So he'd wait a little bit too long. But yeah, man, what a master. But then Duran, fantastic bully in the ring, but just as technical in a different, like a more grasp of the basics, or doing the basics more frequently. They're both incredible. I'm sure everyone's seen the footage of Duran sparring Nigel Benn and just making him look rubbish. Another one to watch if you want to see people just the level of this sport. It's James Toney versus the Danny, the only Australian heavyweight champion. What was his name? Who beat Roy and all that. I can't remember his name. At wildcard sparring, and James Toney's just toying with him. Hello again. How are we, Seabeard? What other dream matchups have we got? Is that now? I've never thought of it before, to be honest. I don't normally sit and think of like dream matchups, just because I have no imagination and I'm boring. But what other matchups are we saying? Did Hopkins ever fight Tony? I don't think so. I don't think so. But I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he did. Did he fight? Did he fight Jones? He must have. I can't remember. I don't know who wins that. Again, that's another good matchup. I don't know. In their prime, both at middleweight or super middle. I don't know who wins that. My heart says Tony. He's my boy. He's my boy. About Lotchi versus Pernell Whitaker, Mayweather versus Pernell Whitaker, Lennox versus Ali. Ooh! I tell you what's been in the works. Bivol versus Opetaya. Oh! Or I think Bivol wants him potentially after his next fight. I read somewhere something like that. That's a great fight. I think Opetaya does him. He's too big, but that interests me. And then I think Opetaya should go up to heavyweight, and it'll be the new breed, him and Atama, leading the charge. Imagine Opetaya versus Atama. I'll just pay what you want. Sugar Ray Mayweather. Ooh, Sugar Ray. I think Sugar Ray. I think if Mayweather, so Mayweather's sensibilities and attention to detail, it was all based in old boxers. And they're brilliant because they were just a better class of than the modern day boxer. I think if you put Mayweather in with the Four Kings, I think he's just the same as the rest of them. Brilliant, but it's a coin toss as to who wins whenever they fight. He'd probably be up there, and it wouldn't be Four Kings; it'd be the Five Kings. I think, he'd be up there with them. Whether he'd be as special as he is now, I don't know. But yeah, I think Sugar Ray. I like Sugar Ray. Leonard or Robinson? Yeah, good question. I'm thinking 70s Sugar. Conor McGregor versus a lawyer. A dream fight. Jake Paul against anybody ranked. Oh no, what are we on about? What are we on about? We've got a dream fight coming up. We've got Mike Tyson against Mayweather. So we need to stop all this talk because we've got a dream fight coming up. We're stupid. We're idiots. Augustus Calzaghe. Tough. I think Calzaghe probably still wins. I think pressure would maybe get the better of Augustus, but either way, for some reason, Augustus always got screwed, so he'd win and they give it to Calzaghe anyway. There you go. There you go. Right on schedule, Troy. Right on schedule. That's the dream fight we all want it to happen. What does my head in, right, is that we're all going to complain about it, as we should, because it is making a mockery of boxing. However, everyone's going to watch it. All these pundits, this is making a mockery. I was saying this earlier. It's making a mockery of, I think yesterday, of the sport, and we shouldn't get behind it. Carl Froch, who then goes and commentates these joke fights. Roy Jones Jr., who then goes and commentates these joke fights. It's fine. It's a mockery until you get paid. Again. Now these fights have always happened as well, so it's not new. What was the one that Ali fought? He fought that wrestler in like the first MMA match. George Foreman fought 5 people in one night as an exhibition. They've always happened. They've always had these freak fights. But that people knew what they were, whereas now it's a pay-per-view event. Stupid. And it's going to keep happening because we're going to keep giving it attention, putting money on it. And we're all going on about, I said we're all. There's lots of talking about the decline of society, but we're celebrating and spectating the decline of society. Back when it used to be purists were celebrated, the best skill, the best fighting the best. Now it's the loudest in the room, fighting someone they shouldn't be fighting anyway, and we all go, oh, I want to see him get knocked out. Just don't pay any attention and boxing will return to what it should be. Anyway, that's my rant over. Back when we used to have morals and private lives and hobbies, interests, instead of just worshipping the black glass, like we all are now. The irony is not lost on me that this is part of the problem. This is why I am trying to keep this page, and will keep this page as honest as possible. You know, I won't be endorsed by flipping athletic greens and fucking blue light blockers and all that nonsense. I'll be endorsed by them. Anything I do endorse, I will be using myself. Winning gloves, buy them, good luck though. Boxing hand grenade, his stuff's excellent. Bulldozer, their stuff's excellent. Crocs, great high fashion purchase for your feet. If I could be ringside at any past fight, I would have loved to have been in Duran's team against, I don't know how much they know though, Duran's team against Sugar when he quit the whole no mask fight. Oh, to be a fly on the wall for that. I don't care about the fight. I care about what was said before and after. Ooh, imagine. But, be ringside at any fight. If we're talking about ringside watching and viewing, I don't know. I'll tell you what, in terms of a modern one, which would have been unbelievable to see, what's his face? Irish dude, got screwed out of the Olympics, called him out for cheating, been investigated, and it turns out there was massive cheating at his Olympics and all the Olympics. It's the Olympics. What's his name? Great boxer. Mickey. Is it Mickey? Oh, I forgot his name. And he fought the other guy whose name was escaping me with curly hair. He was a great boxer himself. 12 rounds, knockdowns, both sides. You know this fight. Happened a couple of years ago. Mickey. No, not Mickey. Mickey. What's his name? Come on, people, and spoilers in case you haven't seen it. Irish bloke, can't remember his name, gets knocked out and falls out the ring in the last seconds of the last round. And it's just chaos. That's a fight I would have loved to have been ringside for. Rourke Gatti. Also, Danny Williams breaking his arm. That's the corner team I would love to have been a part of. Danny Williams breaking his arm and still winning the fight by knockout. That, being in the corner team for that. Oh! Gatti Ward, number 1. Either corner, ringside, anywhere. Anywhere in the vicinity of that fight. Jesus. Hagler Hearns. Wilder Fury 1. Just anything like that, where there's drama and chaos in the ring, and it's a good watch. Someone's burning something in Kidderminster. Probably the town centre. What do we want to see? What do we want to talk about? I'll tell you one that I was a part of. Could you see the video? You'd probably be able to see the video. You'd probably be able to see the video online. Zero to Hero It was either Kidderminster, 0 to hero Kidderminster, or 0 to hero Worcestershire, or potentially 0 to hero Wolverhampton. I don't think it was Wolverhampton, I think it was Kidderminster or Worcestershire, right? And I'm pretty sure their fights are on YouTube. You're looking for a bald bloke called James Winsper, who was my coach. I was in the corner team for, and the preparatory phase, all that fight. We had a guy come on who was a victim of, knife crime or abuse, and just a unconfident, frail, meek man. Struggled with all the training. Aggression was not a part of him whatsoever, and that's the reason he signed up. He wanted to do something manly, masculine, outside his comfort zone to see if he could. I'm pretty sure a history of abuse. I think it was knife crime, so he got stabbed. And just lovely bloke, unbelievably lovely bloke. Worked really hard, but oh, I'm so sorry, I was crap today, and he never was. Nobody, terrible in sparring, and really hard to match up. So we matched him up with the person who was the size, who was better in training and everything. I'll have to find the name. But the whole fight show's on there because it was an incredible show. Anyway, the guy, the knife crime guy, the abuse guy, goes into the fight and gets in there, puts on an unbelievable display, just turns it on, and he's aggressive and assertive, and he's landing shots, big shots, battering the other guy, and just great to watch. I was backstage for it, so I'm not on the film, I'm on a couple of the other fights cornering, and yeah, man, unbelievable to watch, to the point where I was like holding back tears whilst he was winning, and when he won, like, whoa! And then they get on the other show, another guy, a good friend of mine, he kind of got into it to raise money for his mum, who had died the year before or the year of from cancer, tragically, quite young. So he was doing it to raise money, and had just a fucking brutal fight. I've never seen such heart. Got hit with a massive left hook to the point you could hear it around the stadium, and it hit him, and he refused to go down, but his body started like bending this way, and he just powered through to come back up, and unfortunately he lost. But I remember being heartbroken and close to tears when he was in the back, like thinking that he'd fucked it all up because he'd lost where he hadn't. He'd won by getting in there and raising an enormous amount of money for a cancer charity. I can't remember which one. They're always great fun. Anything kind of like that where there's some kind of sentimentalness attached. Love it. I love sparring and I love cornering. They're my favourite two things. Connor Porter, coming back from a couple of year layoff, a good friend of mine, European and world champion kickboxer. Just having like a tune-up fight, unbelievably nervous before the fight, and I was cornering him. Got to the walkout, just said, mate, you've done this 1,000 times, literally done it since he was 5. You've done this 1,000 times before. As soon as you step foot in that ring, it'll be like you never left. Gets in the ring, and you can see him just, doing all the business, bing bang bop. I noticed he, on the buzzer of the first round, he combos the guy's on the ropes, lands a body shot, and the guy goes, hop! And then bow, straight away, to the point Connor didn't notice. Go into the corner, you've hurt him in the liver, just hunt the liver. Set it up, hunt the liver, nothing else. Set him up, hunt the liver. Wins by liver shot knockout. Thank you, I am a chess master. You can call me Grandmaster Flash. A great performance from him. And I like, it's not that I did that, obviously Connor did that, but I like being a piece of the puzzle. It's such a rewarding and bizarre experience, very stressful. Great fun. Highly recommend it if you've got the knowledge and the passion to get coaching, get involved in the sparring, in the helping of sparring and competing in whatever gym you're at. It's very cool. I let my guys in here. I try not to have rest rounds depending on numbers for the sparring class, but I tell them if they're resting, watch, give pointers. Because every time you give a pointer, it's something that you're logging in your brain. Oh, try a jab to the body on X person, lands. Oh, and your brain's going to say, I know that jab to the body's there. And you will use it. Suddenly you start becoming a wizard, setting up traps. Again, the art of warfare It's not just about going in there and clubbing and 50-50 exchange. It's traps, it's thinking, it's the stuff you do in between the punches. The punches are not the important part. What do we want to see? Go on, ask me a question. What we got going on? Yeah, I've probably got 10 more minutes or so, if that. So I'll take one more question. No, we've done an hour. Yeah, go on then. I'll take one more question. Be it coaching, be it boxing, be it fantasy fights, be it whatever you want. Why is there something on this bag? Interesting. Oh! How do I stay balanced when throwing power? This is going to sound somewhat bizarro spiritual. To throw with real power, arguably you're throwing as hard as you can, which sometimes is the right thing to do, but you're attaching so much aggression into the shot that you are sacrificing stance. So that means like lunging forward to hit hard, and like wah, and like losing your balance without recovering after, which is a problem. Sometimes if you've got them hurt, maybe. Okay, sometimes maybe. Remembering when people are hurt is when they're most dangerous, because they're going to throw with hard shots at you. Okay, it's their last ditch effort. But for you, you need to relax. You are a serial killer, and this is your next victim. You've done it so many times before that it is what you do. This is normal. So we are, here we go, this is circular storytelling. The beginning of the video is all about loose punches. You need to learn how to throw power whilst being loose. To do that, hands down, your gloves are just a ball on a rope, the rope being your arms, right? Again, this is what I mean by it's bizarro. So I'm here and I'm relaxed, right? Bivol is good at this. I hate all this that he does because he doesn't actually do it in the ring, but in terms of loose punching, great at it. So we're here, arms loose. Let's say I want to fire a power across. I cannot get my arm to the bag without turning the hip. I should turn the hip. If you watch the toggles on my top, they are swinging around. That is the power. This has weight and muscle. Arms don't have much weight or muscle. So I'm going, not my arms anyway. I'm going here, this is loose. I'm not even going to tense up before I hit. I'm going to turn the hip sharp and fast whilst pushing into the floor, and I'm going to let my hand naturally lift up and whip into the bag. If it hits and comes to the pocket, brilliant. If it hits and comes straight down, still okay. So I'm going here, I'm loose, okay, and I'm here, and I'm loose, and I'm here, and I'm loose. That's power, okay? Over time, that will be harder and faster and looser than any time you go, okay? That's how you throw with power. All your punches should be hit. I mean, this is the exaggeration, this is the practice. So here, all your punches, okay? Right? Then you keep that same feeling from whatever stance you've got. Be it here, be it here, be it here, be it here. Okay? Whatever stance you've got, that cross, I'm loose, and I'll just throw. I'm detached emotionally from the damage that I'm causing. This is what I do. You are next. Sorry. Okay? That is how you get proper power and well-balanced power without sacrificing the stance. Stance, positioning, timing. That is always more important than punching. Always more important than punching. Love from Australia. I love Australia. My favourite place I've ever lived, Melbourne. Much love to you. Much love to the Australians. What a fantastic place to live and thrive. However, someone did want a quick tour. Now that a bike's just turned up, I will give you a quick tour. Ultra heavy bag, right? softer, lighter bag, a nice soft and light uppercut bag, door to the toilets, ring, and if I come in I might lose signal, so I do sorry, but I do sorry. Over there, wall bag, and the logo. That's it. Small, effective, like my penis. And that is a tour of the gym. Thank you all. Thanks for your time. Have an excellent day doing what you're doing. Make sure you get some punching, kicking, or wrestling in, and don't work too hard ever at anything. Give us the old like, give us the old subscribe if you want to. Check out my videos, lots of tutorials and workouts. I say lots of, there's a few. We're getting there. Do a video every week and try and do a live stream every week, if not a few. I'll see you again soon. Oh, come back for a visit. Everyone got hands. Yes, I used to train with a lot of Islander boys. Fantastic boxers, tough as old boots. Loved it. Fantastic place. My boxing very much improved, and that's where I went full-time coaching rather than part-time coaching. Here's a pro tip for you. Get your wraps when you're finished. Here's the Velcro bit. Look at the Velcro, fold it in on itself, roll it up from there. You will thank me later. You will not have to unravel all your wrap to put it on. It sounds like I'm teaching you to suck eggs. If you don't do that already, I've just changed your life. Thank me later. Give us a subscribe for it if it did help. Don't worry if not. One thing about your YouTube, if you're a regular YouTube user, make sure you've unticked that new setting they've got that's gating content from you if it's not relevant to your algorithm. Because now they've got algorithmic AI and algorithmic AI protection. Lots of pages talking about it that are massive. So, to the point where some pages, right, you can't see any of their recent videos for the last 2 years because it's unsuitable for you. So turn it off, it's in your settings, you'll see it. Other than that, have a lovely day. A goodbye. Come visit if you're anywhere near. Ta-ra.